What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zachy, creator of Jedi Radio and many more podcasts and website, Zack.coffee. That's ZSCK.CUFFE. This is Coffee with Zack in English, but we're going to drink a little bit something different tonight. We're going to drink some sparkling water, some Pellegrino, and the reason being is because we will talk about some world affairs. We'll keep it brief, but the situation is kind of getting more and more annoying in India and Pakistan. So we'll get to that in a bit. Anyway, let's go ahead and start the show. We're going back in time. Today is Friday, May 9th, but we're going to go back in time to Monday, May 5th, and we're going to go ahead and do the content curation for that day. All right. So the first article we have is Intel is faltering in ideas in areas where it once led, from designing processor to running advanced chip factories. Reviving the firm may be the hardest task any of its leaders have faced. It's from The Economist. Be sure to check that out. Up next, terrible secrets of Taiwan's Stasi files from 1843. Up next, 100 Days of Doge, Chronicles of the Government Takeover. This is from The Economist podcast. Up next, EIU is ranked first for interest rate forecasting in South Africa, Korea, and Thailand, three of the most dynamic monetary policy environments. With 15 first place wins overall, we led the 2025 Focus Economics Analyst Forecasts Awards for the monetary sector. More on the EIU. Be sure to check that out. Up next, how do I get out of my constant crisis mode? This is by the Harvard Business Review. Up next, New York air traffic controllers briefly lost contacts with planes. Union says. This is from the BBC. Up next, Doge isn't saving money, so what's it's really doing? Be sure to understand that Doge is the department, not Doge the cryptocurrency. This is from Bloomberg. Up next, U.S. Defense Secretary Higgs said to slash senior most ranked of the military. This is by Reuters. This was ridiculous, and as you can see, firing 20% of the 4-star generals right before the conundrum in India, Pakistan was a terrible idea to do. Up next, have scientists solved the mystery of gold's origins in the universe. This is from Al Jazeera News. Up next, 12 migrants sharing a Queens apartment in New York City. A shadow economy helps new arrivals find a place to sleep. Sometimes it's just a bed and a curtain. This is from the New Yorker. Up next, a big shout out to Joshua Topolsky from Sherwood News. I haven't been hearing from him in a while. I know he's busy. His daughter's getting older and all this and that. But big shout out to Joshua Topolsky and his wife. And I hope that not just Sherwood News prevails, but I hope that he has a whole lineup of multiple websites, just like he used to have when he had the outline in verse and all those websites. So big shout out to Joshua Topolsky. As you know, he had the Tomorrow podcast, and he always liked to do the Bane voice. And we always had a crack of jokes about that because, as you know, I like to do the Batman voice. Batman. Because they're going to show Batman The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Returns at the end of the month on May 23rd in a couple theaters. It seems to be sold out everywhere we go, but hopefully I can find a theater that's going to show it. May have to drive all the way to Modesto or something, see if it's available at the Galaxy Theater. But here in Sacramento, it's sold out everywhere. Up next, Meta's AI app is a nightmarish social feed. So far, browsing the feed feels like a confirmation of AI skeptics' biggest criticisms by The Verge. After that, up next, big article. What if menopause were optional? This is from Vox. This is a very important article because there's a lot of women after their 40s that would love to have a child. So it's a really big article. It's really important. Up next, people struggle to get useful health advice from chatbots. Study finds from TechCrunch. Up next, senior State Department officials sought international communications with journalists, European officials, and Trump's critics. It's from MIT Technology Review. Up next, some of your coworkers are about to get very grouchy, very, very grouchy. It's from Business Insider. Up next, replay President Emmanuel Macron addresses Paris conference from LinkedIn. This is a great reach out from the French president, who is asking for American scientists. If you're bored in America and really upset with Trump, you can come to France and work over there. It's kind of that's amazing. Up next, Palestinian poet Mossab Abu Toa wins a Pulitzer Prize for commentary. This is great. This is by the Guardian. Up next, rom-com in the movies, it always works out. In real life, not so much. This is by the New York Times. I can vouch for that because, as you know, rom-coms in real life in movies seems to always work out. But as you can see in real life, for me, I'm going through a divorce, so I know all about that. It's pretty sad. Up next, Pamela Anderson looks unrecognizable with surprising new hairdo at Met Gala from Huffington Post. I saw the photo. She does not look the same. She looks completely different. It's ageism. Age takes its course. Up next, airport detentions have travelers freaked out. This is from the Atlantic. Very important article. Be sure to check that out. Up next, shocking. Experts question Trump's claiming I don't know about upholding Constitution 538. Be sure to read that. Up next, the neurodivergent workers' guide to return to the office. This is from Washington Post. Really great article. Be sure to read it. Up next, from Le Monde French, how France and Europe plan to attract foreign researchers in the Trump era. Just talked a little bit about that. This is a great deal, guys. Well, the Apple M4 Mac Mini is now under $500 at Amazon. Mashable. So if you need to be on the Mac OS and you can work with a desktop, get this device. This is what I got. I got myself a Mac Mini before I could afford a MacBook Pro, and it was the best purchase I made to be on a Mac Mini and do all kinds. You can do tremendous amount of work. Sure, you can't do super strong like Logic type work. Logic, the DAW, the music software, but you could do all kinds of other stuff. You might not be able to do Final Cut Pro, but you can do all the other software. All the type of Office, all the Office applications, or to stream Spotify or to go on the web. You can do all that on a Mac Mini. There's no problem with it. Up next, watch the country where weed is legal one day a year. This is from Nepal. Very interesting thing. This is from the Vice. Up next, police shot them in the head with rubber bullets. Now UCLA, Gaza protesters are suing. This is from The Economist. Very important. Up next, why Cinco de Mayo is celebrated more in the U.S. than Mexico. This is from Nat Geo. Up next, states sue Trump administration for blocking the development of wind energy. This is from NPR. Up next, millions out on the streets virtually overnight. How Trump's budget proposal could affect California. This is from Cap Radio News. Up next, une autre protectionnisme est toujours possible, le monde diplomatique. Up next, a massive shared military deal may be Europe's future by foreign policy. Up next, America's coming brain drain. Trump's war on universities could kill U.S. innovations for foreign affairs. Very important article because American universities are important. That's where people with amazing intellect like myself, or others, that's thanks to these U.S. universities. If it wasn't for Ohio State, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. So, up next, Pakistan weighs this option as India readies for war. It's from the Diplomat. Up next, how far might a U.S. Taliban engagement go? It's from Cypher Brief. Up next, from Intelligence Online French, Afghanistan, Europe, méga contrat de sécurité de l'Union Européenne à Kaboul, les contestations émergent. Up next, there's a French article on CERN in French, so be sure to check out. This is a Large Hadron Collider. After that, we have a meteor shower from NASA. Check that out. And I mentioned how I did a special session of Death Stranding 1 Director's Cut in Japanese with English subtitle because of 505 Day. 505 Day is same as 505 Games. 505 Games is a publisher that publishes the game Death Stranding. All right, so this is it for my video for Monday. I'm going to go ahead and end this video quickly because I want to be able to to upload it, and then I can make another video. Hopefully, I can make a video in French. As you know, the French people are very excited because fast forward to Tuesday and Wednesday, we knew the news that France, Paris Saint-Germain, won their game and they're going to the final of the Champions League. So yeah, all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. And as always, let us pray for peace in India, Pakistan. Please pray for peace. Combat one another on PlayStation, playing Cricket 24. It's a wonderful game. Millions of players. You will enjoy, and you will stay a little bit more calm. And talk to you guys later. And I'll also talk about Manchester United is in the Europa League final on May 21st. It's going to be amazing. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. And hope if you're at school, just please hang in there. It's almost, you have your finals, and then you'll be out for the summer. So just hang in there, and soon things will get better. Okay, so just hang in there, and before you know it, you will be on summer break. All right, bye bye. Everything's on the website, Zack Coffee. That's zack.uffe.